coronavirus pandemic has become the biggest news each day. We've made some attempts to get you some understanding as to how an isolation center in the Volta regional capital is run. The last attempt was with the Whole Municipal Chief Executive, Honorable Prosper P. Bansa, and the Whole Teaching Hospital Director, Dr. John Tampori. The weather on the day and the blackout couldn't allow us to get you all those details. The Honorable MC for Ho, Prosper P. Bansa, presented some toiletries to the facility. Ho Teaching Hospital Director of Administration, George Tete, received the items.
This pandemic has also brought a lot of hardship and tools on health facilities. So we want to thank you for this donation. I want to use this medium to also appeal to other institutions, individuals, to also come to our aid. We need the PPEs more, the coverall, the face masks, and then the N95, in addition to cash donations. So we want to thank you for this donation. And we pray that God will also bless you so that wherever you took the money from, God is going to replenish you for you.
Medical Director Dr. John Tampuri took time to clear some misconceptions about personal protective equipment to the media.
Out of ignorance, but it's nice for you to cross-check whether the statements have any value that can be said to be something that you can comment on. Because if somebody says that we don't have PPEs, I don't understand whether do you have. It depends on where you work. If you are working at the OPD, will anybody give you overall? For what? Will the patient actually come to you when the patient sees you in the overall dress that way? Obviously, that is not a place for it. But if you are lucky when you go and see where it's needed, you see the people wearing it. Just like we are standing here, we are also in PPE. We can't say that there's no PPE because we are wearing masks. And so we are pleading with you, support us in this fight.
We returned days later, and the rain once again started the journey with us. Dr. Richfield Akbaka met us on arrival.
We have the facility split into two zones. We have the red zone and the green zone. The red zone is where we have the confirmed COVID patients and where they are being treated. And the green zone is our working area. So the green zone is the area where we don't have any confirmed case there. We only have the staff who are there. And then the red zone, as I mentioned, where we have the confirmed cases. People move, so we freely move around at the green zone, and then the red zone is the area that you have to be fully gowned and fully prepared before you go in. And you only go in if you have to do specific activities or specific treatments for patients. Where we are standing currently is the entrance to the green zone. So we'll be going in there, and at the green zone we have our nursing area, the nurses area, or our the basic nursing area. Okay. We have the pharmacy, and then we have our restrooms and our storerooms all in there, and then our changing area, or we call the donning area, all in the green zone. From that area, then there is a route that enters into the red zone, and then we'll go there and then see whatever happens there. Whatever.
So how many doctors and nurses do you have on hand at this facility?
Currently on hand with the doctors, we have 4 medical officers, and then we have 3 specialists. Yeah, 3 specialists attached to us working here, and then also there are other specialists who come in depending on specific conditions. Yeah. Then for the nurses, I think Okay, so we have 16 nurses here, and then orderlies. 4 orderlies in addition to
2 pharmacists.
Yes, 2 pharmacists also.
Okay, so how is the work schedule like? You run 8 hours a day or 24/7?
Okay, it depends on the unit. Yeah, the nurses, for instance, run a 12-hour schedule, and then the doctors we run. It's a 24-hour schedule, but it's not. It's a bit complicated. Let me say it that way. It's not straightforward 24-hour schedule, because there are times we come in and go out, and there are times you have to stay all throughout. So there is a way we work around it, but it's supposed to be a 24-hour schedule for all doctors who are here.
This is an isolated area. How do you take care of the patients?
We get supplies from the teaching hospital, because the facility is basically under the teaching hospital. So all the doctors and the nurses, all the staff working here actually staff from the teaching hospital. So whatever we need, we get it directly from the teaching hospital, and then we use for our patients here.
At the green zone.
We are the green zone.
I see some. Are they monitoring boots on?
We call them gum boots.
Okay.
Yeah, the actual name is gum boots. That's what we our footwears that we use. They are protective footwears that we use when we are going into the red zone.
So this for medical staff?
Yes, this for medical staff.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, where we have entered, this is the first point of entering into the green zone. So everybody comes through this place before we go in, and then you go to the various units that you need to go to. Now, if you are coming from the red zone, when you get to this place, we have our bathroom here. You go straight in there, you take a shower, and then change before you enter into the main working area. So we're moving into the main working area to see what goes on at the area.
Does that mean anyone who enters here, let's say thrice a day, must take a shower thrice before moving?
Yes.
That's the medical procedure?
Yes. That's the protocol. Anytime you go to the red zone, before you come back into the green zone, you have to take a shower. Station where our basic nursing staff goes from, our record keeping, our tracking sheets, everything is at this area. So we'll go in and see what happens. This is our nursing station. Here we have our records. We keep our records. We have our documentations, and everything is done in this area. So as you can see, this is Dr. Kwanzaa attempting to do some of the documentations we have. We use the electronic system, both the electronic and paper system. So patients are mostly tracked and attended to by the electronic systems. Because the red zone is an area that we can't just walk in anytime, and we need to also keep an eye on our patients. We have CCTV camera system looking at the whole area, which so we at every point at specific times we zoom out into all the rooms, look at all the rooms and see if everyone is fine, and then we zoom in out again to keep it on the main outer screen. At specific time, at scheduled time, to zoom and go into specific rooms to see, to check out of those. So we don't want to always be viewing into other people's rooms, but we want to give them some level of privacy. This is the main outer area, the main entrance into the red zone. Apart from the entrance from the green zone, this is the main entrance to the red zone where patients come in. So as what you can see, that's what we're discussing right now. Now, in terms of the working schedule here, we have specific times that we go in, and the times are usually determined by the meal times and the medication times, and then the review times. So there are times that the doctors go in to do reviews. There are times that the nurses will have to go in to check vitals, to serve medications, and then when meal time too is up, they go in to make the meals. Some of the schedules may coincide. So maybe at the time that vitals are being checked, the doctors will also be there doing their reviews. Or when it's time for maybe supper or breakfast most of the time, as they are checking reviews, they take in their meals also together.
Okay. One of the images, what are the people doing since they are gathered as a place?
Then they are playing. We have some indoor games for them so that they can interact with each other and then relax. You know, you can't keep them locked up for a while. They become tense. They start having anxiety attacks, and so they are allowed to interact with each other. They have indoor games. We have cards there. We have Ludu. I think there is also Owari and the rest. So they are there for them to interact with each other, have fun. All they need to do is to make sure they observe the social distancing rules and then also keep their face masks on at all times when they are interacting.
So within the red zone, they're also supposed to have their masks and maintain the social distance.
Yes.
Why so?
You know, you don't want cross-contaminate infection also to take root. And then also there may be somebody who is on a recovery trend and a new patient coming in. You don't want the person to become reinfected from the other patient. With the face mask and then the social distancing, hand washing protocols, it minimizes the risk of getting an infection from somebody from the next patient. So that's what basically happening.
How many people do you have at this center now?
Currently, we have on admission 33 patients currently on admission.
We are told the facility houses 30 people. Is that right?
It's supposed to house, it actually can house more than the 30. Okay. But currently, what is functional right now is 30. Yes.
Any recoveries so far here?
Oh, recorded 27 recoveries.
So these are people who have asked to go home?
Yes, so they are all
So do you have daily number of people out here for you to treat?
Yeah, they come in asking when we have positive cases in the whether from the teaching hospital or other facilities in the region who need to bring their patients here. Okay. As far as there are positive cases that need to be brought here, they are brought here.
How are you people protecting yourselves?
So, with the basic precautions as I mentioned, the face mask, the hand washing, the hand hygiene protocols, the social distancing protocols, they are the first line of things that we basically do here. The other aspect also is every morning when you come to work, there's a record book where you indicate your name, the time you came to work, you indicate if you have any symptoms, you indicate it, and then your temperature is also checked and recorded. Then those are the most basic things we do here. Then if you are moving into the red zone, you have to put on your PPEs, your the coveralls from head to your toe, cover everything. So you need your headgear, your face mask, your face shield, the coveralls, your boots, your gloves. You have to be all that and the aprons before you then go into the red zone to attend to the patient. In the green zone, it is assumed that everybody here is uninfected. So the assumption is the risk of getting an infection in this area is minimized. So being in just your scraps and then the face mask is enough.
If you get the option, will you love to work at a hospital or still want to be here?
We actually choose to be here. So it's not like if we have the option to decide to go back, we choose to go back. We are here because of the disease. So if the period for which it is here ends and we have to go back to our main activity, we go back. But for now, this is where we are.
So from here, what next?
From here, we'll go to the pharmacy area, we'll see the donning area, and then I'll show you where the red zone is. Our pharmacist with us today is also here. We have our basic medications that we require for our treatments here. If we need any other medication which is unavailable here, we get it from the teaching hospital. And then a request is made to the teaching hospital, and then the supply is made for us to attend to our patients.
Medically, how have you been surprised so far? Are you in good standing? Do you lack?
For now,
on every request you are providing.
For now, whatever medication that the hospital has, when we request to get, the basic medications we get, unless it is a medication that is unavailable in the hospital, or it's not one of the common medications around, then we have to request the relatives of the patient to procure and bring. But for now, the basic medications that we require, we get them all from the teaching hospital. So this area, we call the donning area. This is when we change into your cover room. So our cover rooms are usually inside these. This one, so we change here our glass, everything is here. The extra ones are in the storeroom.
So this one you change?
Yeah, this is where we change. This area. This is where we change. So we change from here. So when you are done dressing up from here, you move into the red zone.
Is there an apartment for women different from everybody changes here?
Everybody changes here. You don't undress before you wear the PPE.
Okay.
No, you are in your scrubs. So basically, you come to work, you change in the restroom into your scrubs, and then you come here and don the PPEs, and then you come. So you don't need a specialized room to before you can don, or how do you call it, a gender-based room to be able to wear the PPE.
You mentioned gender. Can you give us an idea of the gender of people who are there, the age categories?
In terms of patients or
patients?
Oh, we have both male and females. Basically, everybody here, I think except one person, can be considered as an adult. Everybody here is above the age of 80. I think we only have, most of them are within the, between the ages of 18, from 18 up to 30, 35. There, but we have some elderly also amongst them. Just a very few, handful of counting. You go through this door and you are entering into the red zone. The red zone, as I mentioned, is where we have confirmed COVID-19 cases. So everybody in this in that area is assumed, no, not assumed, has been tested and has been diagnosed of having COVID-19. Therefore, before you go in, before you interact with them, you don't want to pick up an infection from them, so you need to count before you go in. I'll take you through the other side to see the front area. You can see the entrance to the general area of the red zone from the cameras that are inside there. I don't think it's advisable to open the door now. That is the entrance into the red zone. When patients are coming in, like we have fresh patients come in, the ambulance brings them through that gate, right, all the way to the door that enters into the yard. And then the nurses who are supposed to, or whoever is receiving the patient, who has done the whole, his full PPE, meets them at the entrance and takes the patient in. And then they direct the patient to their specific rooms. Now, each patient has their own rooms, and they are being monitored from that side. They check their vitals every day, do all the things that needs to be done for them. Now, when you go in and you come out, we have what we call the dolphin area, where you undress or you ungown. And this area where the coconut tree is. Now, at that area, we have bleach or chlorine solution, which you use to do your normal hand washing, to disinfect your apron and then disinfect the other things that you wear, like the face shield, the goggles. And so you undress at that area. There is a protocol you follow to undress. You don't just undress any, otherwise by the time you are done, you will have infected yourself. you undress in that area, discard your PPEs into the appropriate dustbin. You see, as you can see, that there are a number of bins there. Each bin has the appropriate thing that is supposed to be put in. And then the things that also need to be disinfected are put into a disinfectant solution. From there, you can then walk back to the red zone, the green zone, and then take a shower. This shed here is also one of the places for us to take a shower. You can also take a shower in there. If it's usually ideally we have to doff outside, but if maybe it's raining or something like that, then the shed there is made available for the doffing also. So that's when it's raining, you rather do it inside instead of standing outside to doff. So basically that's what's happening here.
Okay, so on daily basis, what treatment do you go through the patient?
Patients are treated based on their conditions and then also based on the COVID protocols that we have. So we have a national COVID management protocol which we use for the treatment of our patients. And then also if the patient has any other comorbid conditions, they are treated based on those ones.
If I consider you as a frontline health worker, it means you are part of the package the president announced some time back. Have you benefited from any?
Well, we've been benefiting from the how do you call it? The tax waiver. So that's what we are benefiting from currently.
Will you ask for more? That's okay for you.
Before I started this work, there was nothing like that. And it has not crossed my mind to seek for more. I'm just doing the work that needs to be done. That's it. I don't know, but I know there are people who ask for more because no matter what happens, people will surely seek to get more. And we can't blame them for it. Or people have needs. For instance, traveling to this place, it takes a lot to come here. This place is very far from town, transportation and the rest. So people may demand for more to come into this area.
Just when we are about wrapping up, an ambulance has just brought a patient. Well, the cases are increasing and the religious Ghanaian has a big role to play in the fight against COVID-19.
Psychosocial support is key in our fight when it comes to COVID-19. When we say psychosocial support, that means individuals themselves would have to learn to cope with the changing situation. This is not normal. That is why we continue to say we are living in abnormal times. And in Ghana, one thing that has brought us all together has been an important bond for all of us is religion. Whether it's traditional religion, whether it's Islam, whether it's Christianity, it has served the purpose of making each and every one of us mentally stronger. So let's continue to pray as people who believe in our God that we serve.
Well, it's been an exciting and a humbling tour of this facility where we are told about 33 patients are currently being held. They are being attended to by the Ghana Health Service from the whole teaching hospital. Dr. Richford Akpaka has taken us through all the processes and we understand what goes on here. COVID-19 is real. The Ghana Health Service has given us figures over 10,000 Ghanaians have been infected, and that's why we need to go through all the social protocols, maintain the distancing, and do all that we can so that we'll be healthier for the nation Ghana. My name is Rastum Gamari Senogbe from one of the isolation centers in whole Volta region.